All right. On a very musical edition of Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, I'm Ryan, and we're going to be pounding out the hits with
Dave
on drums
and Ted
on air guitar. Wayne's World, party time.
So we actually had today another Nerdarchy fan on the fan page ask us about soundtracks for gaming and what kind of music we like to listen to while we game and putting together a soundtrack. So the truth of the matter is that I had to be honest, like recently we haven't done a whole lot.
We haven't done that in the longest time.
Yeah, we used to back in the olden days when we were walking to school uphill both ways barefoot in snow and with the ground was covered with glass.
Yeah, we used to bust out an old favorite. I don't know how well you can see that there, but the soundtrack to Conan the Barbarian, track 1, Anvil of Crom, was always our battle music, and
yeah,
you knew once that started playing, it was on. It might be your ass.
Yeah.
You knew as a player that it was time to chuck some dice, and who knows who was coming out alive.
The walls of force, fire, and ice will be falling down upon you.
Yeah. That's a shout out to a very special XGM.
And that's how the combat started.
Yeah.
With 8 of the 11 players dying.
Oh man,
good times for all.
So yeah, there was that. There was cheesy metal like Manowar. That was definitely a part of the gaming experience too. But yeah, like definitely.
So what makes good background music? What is good for the gaming table?
Well, although Manowar is very thematic, I don't think that's actually a good example.
No. It's just it's just over the top.
It's over the top. It's guys yelling. I think vocals kind of detract from a gaming soundtrack
unless it's super like ambient. Yeah, like very low vocals, like not like almost more sound vocalizations than actual like lyrics. Yeah. Basically, if you take lyrics out of it. Yeah.
But and then there's some classics, and it's funny because Ted just showed you those, and I seen them laying around earlier. He's like, "Do you want to grab them for the video?" I'm like, "Sure." I saw him over here. He's like, "Yeah, because
I was writing, my material for the session that we ran this evening, and I'm like, I need some music, so I threw those on. I have, Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, and Gladiator."
Inside.
So I keep them all together so that when I want to, do gaming type stuff, I don't need to worry about the vocals. I don't need to worry about, something that I might choose to sing along with. It's just background. It gets me in the mood, and it gets the proper gears flowing.
Right. And I also think too a lot of it like settings specific. Like I would love to. Well, first off too, like. The ideal situation is just like if you could get music from a ton of different thematic soundtracks. Movies that have that sort of epic feel. Maybe it's the soundtracks to the Lord of the Rings movies, or Gladiator, or Braveheart,
or some.
Kill. You're right. Well, I mean,
that brings the vocals back, Sam.
Right. Well, no, but it's not like they're singing lyrics. Yeah. It's just sound. But like I would love to sit with like my Dark Sun game and develop a very sort of Arabian feel soundtrack. Everything like there's a couple of tracks off of the one of the Gladiator soundtracks because I think I have the one where they released the more music from Gladiator.
Right.
And there's some good ones that have some nice like deserty sort of feel to it because when he's in like Africa, that it definitely has the right tension for that kind of game. So
well, I actually haven't checked any of these out, but this discussion and the different comments we've gotten from some of the fans has made me think about it. I also belong to some groups on Facebook that are like some H.P. Lovecraft and some Cthulhu type groups, and I've seen mention of the Lovecraft and Cthulhu bands. Like there's music based off of those books.
Yeah.
Which and I think it's going to be more like instrumental stuff opposed to.
Dude, the thing is though, like there's like a metal
Lovecraftian goes all
well,
over.
you could and like there's so many different subgenres of heavy metal that it could be a heavy metal, like it could be a grindcore band that just does songs about Lovecraft.
Well, from this particular group in the comment thread that has been following back way when I didn't
get that feel.
I wasn't getting that vibe.
Yeah.
So that's also a way to look into it, especially like if you're playing, I don't know, maybe Ravenloft,
Right.
you know, or any other horror game, or if you're actually playing Call of Cthulhu. You know, that stuff would definitely probably be very cool to throw in there.
Absolutely.
Or like you said, cherry picking the soundtracks. You know, and it's so much easier now. You know, it's not like when we first started. You would have had to like make up a tape or a CD.
A mixtape, yeah. Where now you could just create playlists, put them on a device, and like get it.
And have the order, you know, and actually have the order set up as to how you want to play.
It's like, okay, here's encounter 1, and you have set it up. This will loop until, and then we'll move into this for the background role playing for this extended portion.
Well, I would never sound like that's an awful lot of work. GMing is so much work to begin with.
I'm not some GMs that are going to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, more power to you guys out there that do this, but I'm not going to sit there and like program to soundtrack specific instances. I would just find music that works well for a given setting, and like if you have a quay of like 30 to 50 tracks of things that just feel right for that setting, the mood of what's going on. That's good enough. Like that's crazy for me.
I know. Back in the day, when we were playing in your old basement, there's somebody who was in front of the CD player, and somebody was on duty. Okay, you do this. Okay, I would say, okay, put on track this or put on track that. Change the disc to here, and it wasn't like every single thing, but it was like, this mood's not right. Let's change that here. Yeah.
When Sarah McLachlan starts playing,
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, but now you can do it with a click of a mouse. It's so much easier. You kids, you're so spoiled.
Especially if you run from a laptop, you set up some speakers or whatever, and just bam.
Well, that's what I mean. I bet there's ways to set it up to to put it right into your campaigns and stuff. If you're more savvy than I, that is.
Yeah, I literally run out of a 90-page notebook. I just whenever I start a campaign, I just start writing my notes in there, and the further I get into the campaign, the further in the notebook I get.
You mean like a tablet, right?
No.
I
mean a notebook.
No, see, I would actually run from my laptop, except for there's a problem nowadays.
Record with it,
Now we're running our recording from the laptop.
Yeah, it is a bit of a problem. You can't have it do double duty.
Yeah, and but you still get the built-in DM screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's true.
It's just not as attractive on the other side, as So, music.
Actually, you could get a cool skin for your outside of your
I guess
laptop. So you could probably get a printing that's something that would be very similar to
what you would see
on the GM screen. That's right.
Well, I'm sure you could probably do something custom and get exactly something from a DM screen.
Yeah, it's just not exactly legal.
If you wanted to go that
far, authorized.
So music, pointers that we say, leave the vocals out. Let's stick to instrumental soundtracks and that kind of
big thumbs up to digital.
Yeah.
Big thumbs up to digital, running from your laptop or device.
Keep it low. You don't want it to overpower the actual actions of what people are doing.
You always want to make sure you can hear your players, and you always want to make sure you can be able to hear the role playing. Even when it's the guy to your right trying to whisper to his companion, you got to know what's being said.
Yeah, and the most important thing about picking your music is, the mood. Thinking about the mood you're trying to invoke. Does this do that, or is it just grating against what you're trying to do?
Yeah, you're gonna drop some Barry White into it. Get the right romantic mood.
That's the last thing you want is your Displacer Beast to try and get romantic with your
baby, I'm falling in love with my tentacles and my 6 legs.
Then we get into some territory
that's
best left in Japan or wherever that comes from.
How much is best left away from the gaming table?
That's right.
There's enough disturbing things that happen here without adding that. But like I said, I think that's all I have on it. We just haven't really done as much as some other people have done. And maybe we'll start throwing it back in there.
Well, maybe. The only problem is when we
This is
do
what you
video.
need.
Yeah.
Track 1, Anvil Crown.
That's it. That Nerdarchy's tip of the day.
Right. So the problem being though, if we're doing recorded video, copyright.
Yeah.
So technically not for a recorded session because it's just for home use only, folks.
So you gotta let us know. You know, do you want us to have music in our music in our sessions and you not get to see it, or do you wanna be able to see it and not have music?
Right.
Or you guys can write us some music and send it to us, and we'll use it.
Right.
But with that being said, in the comments below, why don't you tell us what you like to use in your game?
Favorite composers, maybe, like a Jerry Goldsmith.
A soundtrack we didn't mention, or something with lyrics that actually works.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Whatever you guys like. So comment, subscribe.
Check us out on Facebook. We're all over social media.
Nerdarchy.com.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So
with that,
until next
On
time,
that night,
stay nerdy, my friends.